It's 3 o'clock in the night. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to edit my video. And when I was editing it, I forgot to do the introduction to the whole video because I was too excited for the workout. But here I am recording the introduction. So we are going to be hitting some arms and talking about some tips to grow muscle and what people should be focusing on when they're lifting, when they're starting to lift, like in their early days. So yeah, that's about it. It's gonna be a short video, but more exciting stuff is coming in the future. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to editing. Enjoy the video.
He doesn't stop. I've told him 1,000 times. He's doing too much, but he doesn't care. He just keeps going. Every single day, he wakes up with one goal: get better. He welcomes failure just to understand it, just to break it down, just to beat it. When he doesn't see progress, it eats at him. Not because he doubts himself, but because he demands more. He doesn't care about average things. He doesn't care what they say about him. Not their opinions, not the party this weekend. He wants only one thing: to become better and better and better. He is a grinder, not just a man, a machine, a force. A grinder, like the device that reduces solid stone into dust. That's what he does with goals. He breaks them down. He crushes them into small, unstoppable actions. He makes the impossible real, like a mad scientist in the dark, relentless, obsessed. And that is why the grinder will never stop.
He turns vision into action, ambition into routine, dreams into dust and shape again. That's why the grinder will never stop.
Winning demands that you look stupid first. That's the game. You're gonna look like a clown the first time you try anything worthwhile. You wanna learn a new skill? You're gonna suck. You wanna start a new business? You're gonna look stupid. You wanna develop discipline? Guess what? You're gonna fail a few times. That's part of the deal. And the people who win are the ones who accept that cost and keep moving anyway. That guy that you see at the gym with the perfect physique, he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know how to eat. He didn't know how to train. He had no idea. He was just like you. That guy that you see driving the car that you want, living in the house that you want, with the business that you want, he suffered. He got made fun of. He got laughed at. He was embarrassed. All of the things that you are. The only difference is they cared more about what they were becoming than what they look like today. They failed over and over and over again, and every single time they failed, while everyone else was laughing, they got better.
You want to know what really separates the best from the rest? It's not talent, not even luck. It's obsessive discipline, even when no one is watching. Michael Phelps didn't become a legend because of his physique. He became one because for 6 straight years, he didn't take a single day off. Not on his birthday, not on Christmas, not even on Sundays. He trained when no one else would. And in that silence, he found his edge. Here's what most people don't understand. The best don't wait to feel motivated. They do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. Because they've learned the mind can be trained just like the body. And when you master that, you become unstoppable. It's not about being like Phelps. It's about acting like someone who takes their life seriously. Do it for yourself. Do it every day. And one day, you'll look back and realize you became the kind of person you used to admire.
If you're not willing to look stupid, if you're going to get hung up on what other people think, you are not capable of winning. Because this test the test that you pass in the beginning about feeling stupid and looking stupid and having doubt.
So my apologies for not recording my audio. The fuck is that? Oh. My apologies for not talking in between sets because it was packed, busy, and my social anxiety wouldn't let me talk. So now I'm gonna explain my little arm day. I started with preacher curls, then I went to some tricep pull downs, then I did barbell curls, then I did single hand pull downs. I usually do these, but I do those with chest days. I don't like training arms at all. That's why they're small, but I still push through because I'm trying to make my frame a little full on back double bicep. So yeah, that was a little arm day, but to be talking about muscle growth, we can start small. So every beginner who is really getting into fitness should know one thing about muscle growth. The more you put in, the more you get out. As simple as that, especially for beginners who are into the gym for the first time, like they've been lifting for like 3-4 months, I will say. Because the newbie gains will come if you put in a lot. Like, train like a motherfucker. Like, don't worry about the next day type shit. Like, you are not gonna wake up the next day if you have that mentality. And I would say usually guys go to the gym after really bad breakup or anything traumatic in their life. My fucking face looks so bloated. Whatever. But yeah, if something traumatic happens and you want to convert that sadness into anger and you'll go fucking pull heavy weight, do that and be mad in the gym, take pre-workout and just go crazy. Don't worry about the pain next day because that's good. Eat like an animal. The more you break down the muscle and the more you eat, the faster it's gonna be like built. As soon as your muscles are habitual of what you're doing and your body is like panicking, they're like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Why is this guy putting our muscles into so much stress? It's automatically gonna like start adapting really fast. That's the first mistake. Not a mistake, like I was doing this, that's why I had a nice frame in the beginning. But really early days when I was doing calisthenics, I wish I knew about training to failure. There was no education or nobody was telling me like, go train to failure. I was just putting up a number in my head and I was just doing those. Like, I would say to myself, I would do 25 push-ups this set. That was a lot for my body at that time, but still that was not like close to failure. And I was not eating right at all for the first 4 years, to be honest. But last year, I really locked in and I understood what eating is all about, training failure, and got myself educated in other aspects as well. But that's really like an advanced talk, to be honest. I'm not like an advanced athlete, but like just I'm not a new athlete. After a really long time of lifting, your muscles are gonna be capped. You're gonna be like, what the fuck, I'm not making any fucking progress. And then you're gonna be like, oh, should I start pinning myself? And you will. Maybe you'll not, because you're too big of a pussy. But that's the basic criteria. Lift like a motherfucker. To be honest, like, I've seen so many people talk about muscle-mind connection, but that's just bullshit, bro. Like, nobody gets into the depth of how that is actually done. Like, that is something that you have to figure out on your own with your body. But I would get into more depth. I would say if you're training chest, you need to understand all the fibers in your chest, how they contract and how they stretch according to your body. You know, just do small exercises. Like when you're warming up, go for higher reps to maintain the blood flow. But when you're warming up the first set, like do lighter weight, but try to understand how your muscle moves and really focus on the form. Cause if you want to build muscle and look aesthetic, don't worry about how heavy you lift. Don't worry about that. You will start eventually eventually you're gonna lift heavier as you progress. Don't rush into it, or you're gonna injure yourself, and it's just not productive at all. So just focus more on getting your form perfect. Just that should be your first goal in your head, to make your form as good as possible in the first first year of your lifting. And that's gonna literally help you a lot. It's gonna help you a lot, to be honest. It's gonna help you lift heavy, because if you train your form correctly, every muscle that is supposed to be used in lifting heavy, that's gonna grow simultaneously if you train your form correctly. I don't know if that makes sense, but try to make sense. I don't know. And train legs hard as possible, because it's gonna boost your natural testosterone, and it's a proven study. If you guys want to look at it, go ChatGPT that shit. So those are a couple of tips that I would say that would help you in the first year of your lifting, and how gaining muscle actually works. I love training with a good form, and watching myself training with good form, to be honest, that brings out an aesthetic. I don't want to look like a guy who has muscles but doesn't know how to train with proper technique. I've seen so many people that are fucking jacked, over 225 pounds, but their form sucks. But they just got lucky with genetics, so that's why they're just fucking big. So that will be all for this video. Enjoy the workout, and I'm gonna be posting a little posing session as well. I'm not at my prime yet. I'm not even close, but soon enough I'm gonna be making some nice changes, slowly making those nice changes, and I'm gonna be at my peak form, or maybe do a show. I don't know. Till then, subscribe, share, support your boy. You wanna add something? You wanna add something? Peace out, much love, gang. Get big, fuck bitches, get money.